And again, as Wimbledon start the game. Manchester United almost breaking through early on from the set play. Keane. Giggs. Cantona coming from deep, but it'll run on for Sharp. It's an acute angle, and it's some very important defending there by Chris Perry. Any sort of contact that close to his own line, and he might have feared the worst, but he got it up and over. Players who are missing are very much amongst the leaders of the group. Robbie Earle has taken on much more responsibility recently. It's the leader of the Manchester United group who needs attention here. Steve Bruce is down. And there's just a little bit of concern here. Holsworth, as players do, jumping with arms up to get the leverage. Now Steve Bruce, Alistair's sidekick. So many great and successful battles for Manchester United. Leaves this game on a stretcher. So on comes Beckham for Steve Bruce. So Roy Keane can expect to stay as a defender now. Here's Giggs. Giggs taking charge. Shepherding Cole out of the way. And Beckham, well found. Again, Perry gets into the right position defensively. Ryan Giggs will take the corner. That's Bat! Cole from the rebound as the goalkeeper went full length. Well, no Steve Bruce to attack the corner, but Nicky Butt did a very good impression of his captain. Very bravely up, and it was a terrific stop at full stretch by Sullivan. Joe Kinnear and his assistant Terry Burton trying to pass some messages on from the bench. That's Cole on the half volley with the outside of the foot. It was a year ago this weekend that Andy Cole got his first goal for Manchester United. That was a winner against Aston Villa. Here he's looking to put United in front at Selhurst Park, but it was always swerving wide of Sullivan's left-hand post. Well, Alec Ferguson concerned about having to make the substitution, but he's seen his side look, to this point, the more threatening of the two. Holsworth. Nicely played, lovely run from Leonardson. Clark goes towards the near post. Gale on the far side to come up with a knockback. That was better from Wimbledon. There haven't been many attacks that have carried that weight of threat. But immediately Manchester United used some extra space through Beckham, and Sharp involving Roy Keane, who sprung up on the right. Sharp, who's had to work hard to get his place back in the team. Robbie Earle on the right of your picture, one of the Wimbledon players suspended today. Cantona. Turning away from the other number 7, Øyvind Leonardson. This is Owen on the gallop. Another chance for Manchester United from the corner. And the substitute, David Beckham, to take it. Holsworth the head away. Owen. Minutes on that, Andy Cole! After 41 minutes, Manchester United had been controlling the shape of this first half, and now they have something to show for it. The swerve on the cross from Irwin carried it onto the head of Cole, and he will tell you he's not the most deadly in this type of situation, but he was today. Wimbledon 0, Manchester United 1. Sharp. Phil Neville. Cole chasing. And actually sprung the trap. Chris Perry was the culprit who dropped back and in the end dealt with the danger as he had to do when others had stepped out to try and win an offside decision. Cole. Down goes Sharp. Tripped right on the edge of the area by Perry. With 2 minutes of time added on. And Wimbledon really will want to get to half-time without conceding a second. They're on the back foot again. Giggs is there, Beckham is there. The referee wants the wall back the required distance. Beckham goes for goal! Underside of the bar, the ball is in. Roy Keane was around as the ball bounced down. What matters for Manchester United is that they lead by 2 goals to 0. And Chris Perry, challenged by Keane, had the touch as it came down. The referee, I don't think, was going to give the goal to Beckham. But more reward for Manchester United's evident superiority here. Coming in, the time added on for the injury to Steve Bruce. That was the worst moment of the half for Manchester United. Since then, it has got better and better. Well, Wimbledon are quite used to uphill struggles. Every season is one, really, given their limited resources, to perform at this level of this very competitive English scene. But 2 down to Manchester United, and in danger of the problem here now. Paul Durkin says no back pass. As Reeves went presumably to try and hook that ball away, and it flew away possibly off his shin. That's where Sullivan decided to catch it. Alec Ferguson down on the touchline as usual for the Manchester United manager for the second half. Leonardson. Clark was flat-footed and Irwin hoisted away. Clark. Holdsworth offside. Not going to count. A shame, because it was very well finished. Flag went up straight away before Holdsworth went round Schmeichel. When Wimbledon needed a marginal decision to go in their favour, it's gone against them. That's when the linesman spotted Holdsworth offside. It was expertly taken. This is being very well manufactured by Manchester United here. Beckham. And it's Ryan Giggs to try and round it all off. Not the conclusion in the end to some classy play. Gary Neville has to accelerate. And Schmeichel has kicked it straight to Ardley. Well, he gets it onto the top of the net. Schmeichel, in fairness, was back on his line. Ardley's best hope was to take it first time. Felt he couldn't do that. The captain's armband on. Of course, he wore when Bruce was absent earlier in the season. Clark goes with on the left, but Clark has carved an opening for himself here until Gary Neville with a wonderful piece of defending for Manchester United. It needed the surest touch in the tackle, with Clark gathering up a head of steam and really closing in on Schmeichel's goal. Holsworth. Here's Leonards. And it comes to Holsworth, and Gale! Well, it was a Holsworth shot, and Gale was just reacting to that. But it was an opening for Wimbledon. Bit of fortune in it. When it flew off the outside of Dean Holsworth's left foot, it could have led to a goal for Marcus Gale. Well, Joe Kinneara's switched Marcus Gale for the second half. But they need a break, Wimbledon. Gale. Can Clark reach it? Irwin did, and the goalkeeper was on his toes. Schmeichel, who's had an elbow problem, hasn't been quite so assertive for Alec Ferguson. Manchester United in the second half, they still carry this capacity to score again, you feel. Well, on corners, Wimbledon supplying evidence of their improvement since those goals went in. Trying to keep it in. He's done that. And still with the help of the corner flag, the ball is still alive. Manchester United were caught out for a moment. Unfortunately for Wimbledon, they couldn't get the ball back in. Now they've done so, and Gale! Well, the signs have been there. What a strange episode. It looked as though it would all end with the ball going out of play on that far side, but Wimbledon stuck at it. And this is their reward via the long leg on the stretch of Marcus Gale. Midway through the second half, Wimbledon have one back. It was Kimball's cross, and Schmeichel was routed to the line. Here's Cantona. But important for Wimbledon that they don't give anything away straight away. It would really shatter their spirits, you would feel. Cantona chased out by Reeves, but Cantona turns and twists. He doesn't get behind Alan Reeves. The ball does with Giggs, and now Beckham. Sullivan comes, he'll get there. Just as well for Wimbledon that he did. The space was there because Alan Reeves had been sucked forward by Cantona. Keane. Cross. Kane Clark, but the ball was delivered by Irwin for Beckham. Gets the better of Kimball. Tees up Cantona. He tees up Beckham. Crosses it towards Cantona. Well, he goes into the Selhurst Park crowd again, but this time for all the right reasons. Eric Cantona has come back to this part of South London, a ground where memories will always be painful for what happened in 1995. But here, a new year, a new dawn in Cantona's career, a new character, if you like. And if you can earn a goal for good behaviour, Eric Cantona has earned today's. Irwin. Keane, it's a bit short. Yule! Can he squeeze it in? It's not easy, but he's done it. So Wimbledon score a second time. And Jason Ewell gets reward here for pressuring first Keane and then Schmeichel, and shows in the senior team here what he's done splendidly in his youth career with Wimbledon. His eye for the opening, his ability to take a chance. This is Andy Cole, and this is Cantona. Cole for Giggs. Oh, penalty. Kenny Cunningham. Referee was a yard away, and he saw Cunningham and Cantona steps forward again. The opportunity here with 10 minutes to go to make it absolutely clear that this is to be his day. Cantona scores, surely there's no way back for Wimbledon. He slipped as he took it, but it had the desired effect, because the goalkeeper was already tumbling to the other side of the goal. And 2 for Cantona at Selhurst Park, 4 for Manchester United. Andy Cole got the first one for Manchester United, Marcus Gale the first for Wimbledon. Oh, and Leonardson! They really have made openings in the second half. It was Philip Neville, I think, who came across and just got a boot to the ball in time for Manchester United. Back goes Schmeichel after the flick on from Gale. They're getting it right, Wimbledon, as they're running out of time. It's been a very gallant effort from Joe Kinnear's team. Leonardson. This is Andy Clark. Wimbledon's throw. The points are surely in the bag. They are in the bag. But what a happy conclusion to Eric Cantona's return to Selhurst Park. Back at the scene of the crime, but back with 2 goals to emphasise what a reformed character he has become.